Shalom, giving our praises to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Makar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the others that were well. And peace and many salutations to you, Akyam. That's toiling his truth. Now, got this particular clip from the popular report, fair use. Um, and in this particular video, he was going into various shortages. Not only is it food shortage that's going on, but there is medical shortages that's going on too. And I've always said this to myself, a lot of people, they're only surviving because of certain medicines that um, they have to take, daily. And if these various medicines were to run out, are diminished, and these various people will be in trouble for different things, like case in point, asthma, pumps. A lot of people, they depend on these asthma pumps. Something as small as that could be life or death for somebody. Uh, Diabetic pills, and medicine, things of that nature, insulin shots. All these things are vital for certain people to be able to live. And we're starting to see that various products, in particular medical products, are very are becoming very, very scarce in supply, which is going to cause a increase in pricing. And now he was also talking about how it's been an increase uh, in certain meats in certain areas. Well, the cost of doing business has increased substantially. Getting raw materials and also supplies like feed for animals has increased substantially. So naturally, the customer is going to foot the bill. And we've been seeing this for the last 2 years or so, since the whole sea situation began in 2019, if you get my drift. And it's going to only escalate. There's various factors that's going to make the supply chain dwindle, and that's war abroad, lack of workers in the trucking industry. What else we got? We got uh, dang on inflation. So there's various things that's going on that is causing a ripple effect in the supply chain and also the economy. This is something that the scriptures, talks about often. How judgment comes in various forms. War, pestilence, um, um, famine, which we'll talk about now. Famine, and other things. And this is what we see going on now. We see uh, the global economy being affected by the wars in the Middle East, and it's only going to escalate. Okay, so I want to play this video for you guys. I'll play just about 4 minutes. In the beginning, he's going to give basically he's going to give you a summary of what this particular video is about, which I just stated, and he's going to give a few examples of people and their testimony on how it's becoming harder to either buy certain things because it's becoming more expensive, or uh, he's going to give testimonies on of people, and how it's very hard to get certain materials also. So let's go ahead and play this, and again, fair use. All right.
It is getting bad again out there, friends. A lot of you guys are sharing a lot of the same things. A lot of medications, critical medications to you guys are out. You're having trouble finding them. You're having to hunt for them for hours and hours and hours. We're also seeing that even local farmers are jacking up beef prices now. When you go to the supermarket, you see
what he said. He said certain essential medical supplies are becoming very hard to find. People had to hunt for these medical supplies for hours. Okay, and again, he's going to give certain examples. All right.
less sales out there, and overall you're seeing a lot less holiday shoppers. People are tightening their belts. Some of you guys are explicitly saying you're tightening your belt fiscally right now. This thing is going to lead to a lot of layoffs, a lot of downsizing of the economy. There's a lot coming our way, friends. Let's jump into the reports that you guys have. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and we cover your reports that you send in, things that you guys are seeing on your store shelves, at your workplaces. And there's a lot that you're sharing that you guys are going to need to hear. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you have retirement funds and you want to look at getting into gold, silver, or platinum in your retirement portfolio, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team to get some answers about what you can do with that. They're a fantastic group. You guys keep saying nothing but the best about them. So, Selah says, our local farmer who sells meat raised from grass-fed beef, he raised his prices from $3 a pound to $8 a pound within the last month. This is in upstate New York. 3 to 8. You tell me if that's.
And I did the calculations of that. I believe it's like that's an increase of like 37%. What is it? 3 divided by 8, which is 37%. If I'm not mistaken, brothers could correct me if I'm wrong. That's a pretty substantial. It's been a substantial increase in prices of food, man. You know, and this is causing food uncertainty to rise, uh, throughout the U.S. And we know this to be true in certain sectors of the U.S. The poor and the lower middle class. They're starting to feel food uncertainty. These food banks can't keep enough food in them because more people are starting to go to these various banks, for their weekly meals, man. And this is only going to, increase, as the economy becomes more and more strained with inflation and with other outside factors like war, um, and also, you know, uh, supply chain issues dealing with shortages of trucks and things of that nature, truck drivers and things of that nature, man. Okay.
3%.
This is for jobless Americans. I've been telling you guys for months to claim this free 6,004.
Sorry about that.
You tell me if that's 3%. That's not 3% inflation, is it?
No.
This is from a viewer in Covington, Kentucky. Aldi canned veg went from 48 cents to 68 cents. Now, I don't know when it was 48 cents, but it hasn't been for me in this area that much for a while. It's been up for a bit, but yeah, it's definitely changed. It's pretty big changes, right? No cream cheese in Covington, Kentucky. Dollar Tree, empty medical area. We're hearing that from multiple of you guys.
So the thing about Dollar Tree is Dollar Tree caters to a lot of rural areas, and also a lot of low income areas. Dollar Tree will come in and say, "Hey, okay, this place needs a a store," and these Dollar Trees they're replacing these various mom and pop stores that you would see in smaller towns. A lot of these stores will have a Dollar Tree, and not necessarily replace them, but they will compete with these various stores. And so a lot of these stores, this is where people are getting their medicine from. Okay, and now we're starting to see the Dollar Tree is dwindling. In supply of certain medical equipment that people need, man. Okay.
From East Coast as well as West Coast in the United States. Empty medical area, no toothpaste, no Ziploc bags. You guys keep bringing up Ziploc bags. So if you need Ziploc bags, you might want to stock up on those. Cleaning supplies, hardware, and pet areas have slim pickings. Kroger, their only sale was on spiral ham. Heading to Walmart today, I told my husband after today, I don't want to shop anymore. It's scary out there. Thank you for all your updates. I know a lot of you guys are feeling the same way. Now, some of you have enough disposable income that this is inconvenient, it's annoying, but a lot of you guys, I've heard from a lot of you guys, you're on fixed income, you're already kind of making ends meet. A lot of you guys are making choices with your life to live in certain areas of the country. You're not chasing the almighty dollar. You're not getting the big promotions and stuff like that. You're choosing to invest in your family and choosing to live in better areas of the country where there's better school districts and stuff like that. And so a lot of you guys are living a little closer to the edge, and these inflationary prices are really hitting you hard. You're not alone if that's you.
That's right. So a lot of people that's on fixed income, they're hurting now. Fixed income, that's people on Social Security, and also uh, on food stamps. Which a lot of veterans get it, and of course, a lot of single parents get. You know, uh, uh, when the whole uh, pandemic happened, people were getting you know more food stamps than ever before because it was a state of emergency. Now, after I forget, like I say, like last year in 2022, they took away the emergency food stamps or SNAP. They took away uh, those emergency money that they were giving out, and now people who were once getting thousands of dollars in food stamps, they're back down to as low as $300 on and these various people have numerous people in the household, man. So a lot of people out there are struggling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there aren't doing so well because of this. And, you know, we know that it's going to escalate. We know that it's only going to get worse. This is why understanding prophecy is so important. Getting closer to the Heavenly Father is so important. Repenting, uh, which means to simply turn away from your wicked ways and turn to the Heavenly Father is so important. Because you're going to need that covering in that day. Having the name of the Heavenly Father is going to be so important in that day. A lot of people, a lot of Israelites out there are making a statement. In particular, I see making a statement that the name of the Lord doesn't matter. Like he's just your partner, like he's just your buddy. You could call him whatever nickname you want him to, man. Which is a slap in the face, towards the Heavenly Father. There's various people out there. If you would call Nate, Bishop Nate, just Nate, then they'd be highly upset because you didn't call him an elder or a bishop. How much more so for the Heavenly Father? Okay? So whoever have ears to hear, let them hear. There's bad times that's coming here on the planet Earth, in particular Babylon the Great, aka America. And it'll behoove you, if you are so-called Negro, Latino, or Native Americans, to turn back to the Heavenly Father. Now, if you understand this, this beautiful knowledge of ours, we got to hold fast and hold tight to what we've been learning, put it into action. It's all about action. Love is an action word. you know, it's an action word. If you love the Lord, then in a certain way you're going to be conducting yourself. Okay? So let's get to some scriptures, all right? 2 9 and 1, he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the eyes will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, and we are living in those times that the Most High is visiting this place, and how is he visiting this place? With his said pearls, man. And it's happening. It's happening. It's happening right before our eyes. You know. So again, it's very important that we are paying attention to the times that we are living in, because the day of the Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night for to a lot of people. You know, famine is going to be something that's perpetual. When it actually hits, man, people are going to be perplexed, dude. We keep on saying like a time or other, and we have certain accounts in the scriptures about how horrific famine was, in our history. I'm going to pull an example for you guys in Kings. Now, this is 2 Kings 6:24. Soon time, I'm gonna leave this in NLT. Soon time later, however, King Ben Hadad of Aram mustered his entire army and besieged Samaria. And as you can see, as I said earlier, various things happened to cause the judgment of the Heavenly Father. There was a war that was going on, and this was a catalyst to famine. Verse 25, as a result, there was a great famine in the city. The siege lasted so long that a donkey's head sold for 8 pieces of silver, and a cup of a dove's dung sold for 5 pieces of silver. And this is crazy, man. This is crazy because you got they sold the dung for 5 pieces of silver, man. But that's seemingly very expensive. I want to read this footnote. It says Hebrews sold for 80 shekels. 2 pounds or zero point 0.8 kilograms of silver. That's crazy. So 2 pounds of 80 shekels or 2 pounds of silver. That's how much a donkey's head was selling for, which is that's unlawful. You ain't supposed to be eating no donkey, man. That was being sold for a very high price. Dove's dung was being sold for 5 pieces of silver. It's crazy. So there you had the economy being disrupted because of war. Which caused inflation, which caused famine, all these things. Okay, and there's numerous things that's going on in our economy and also contemporarily dealing with war and also an influx of illegal immigrants that were military aged men of various nations. It seems like this place is imploding on itself. Okay, this is a catalyst to start the judgment of the Most High, man. And it's gonna be a wild day when the day hits. Okay, verse 26. One day, as the king of Israel was walking along the wall of the city, a woman called to him, "Please help me, my lord the king." He answered, "If Yahweh doesn't help you, what can I do? I have neither food from the threshing floor, nor wine from the press to give you." But then the king asked her, "What's the matter?" So he was frustrated, and they said, "What's going on?" She replied, "This woman said to me, 'Come on, let's eat your son today. Then we will eat my son tomorrow.' So we cooked my son and ate him. Then the next day I said to her, kill your son so we can eat him. But she has hidden her son. Ooh, goodness gracious. So these women are so desperate they made plots to kill one another's children and eat them. This is prophesied in these scriptures, in the curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, around the 54th verse. Okay, and this is going to come back in great style. I'm prove it to you guys. Prove it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now yes, this is Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna read this in actually 56. I'm gonna read this in KJV. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege of straightness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. And this happened before. This particular curse happened before to us in Kings. All right, and it's gonna happen again. See, we live in a time like no other, right? So all the things that we have read about, it's gonna be, you know, on an amplified level. We're gonna see it for our own eyes. So again, it will behoove you, those who have ears to hear, let them hear, man. Okay, it's gonna get very, very bad out here. But most people, they're gonna be consumed because they don't believe. And if they do believe, they're too busy chasing after their own lust. So the Most High is not gonna cover them. Okay, see, we have the true understanding because we emphasize on prophecy, and so we have to keep that understanding for protection in that day. Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So we know what time it is. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh cometh as a thief in the night. And this is what we see going on. Our stuff is ruling in the Middle East, is ruling in the economy. The American dollar is, being destroyed right before our eyes. Famine is about to commence. Yet our people, they're in a very, stupefied state. They're in a shottage. That's a better word. Shottage state. Which you look at the word shottage means, utterly stupid. They're in a very, ridiculous state. They're too busy, arguing with each other about where they should be taken to on a date, or what a woman should do for a date and all this crap. When bigger things are about to happen, you're not going to be worried about a damn date in that day. You're going to be worried about feeding yourself and feeding your children. And a lot of these children are going to be sacrificed, man. They're going to be ate by their parents or by other people, These women are going to be ravished. It's not going to be a good time out there, man. Those that had time to turn back to the Heavenly Father, but they turned their shoulder. A lot of these people that scoffed against us, when they hear and they see the things going on, these scriptures actually popping off the pages, they're gonna know, that what we said was correct, man. And a lot of these people, man, that's gonna add to the fear that they are already gonna be in, because they're gonna know that the judgment that they see around them is divine judgment. Okay. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief. You see that? So we are not in darkness, man. We understand the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay, so we just got to continue in this fight. All right, so I don't want to ramble. Hope this edifying. All praise to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom.